Copies are monochrome, but you colored me in with care. I'm green now. That's my special attack. Hey fellas, and welcome back to With a Y. And Gaster is green in new news. Like the Deltarune fandom needed another color to go into psychosis over pattern recognition over. What's the evidence, you might ask? Well, it's sprawling for one. This video could not even begin to be comprehensive, but I'll try and give you the rundown. This is the ongoing thread that's been updated for the last 2 weeks by Morgan's Lily. I'm still scrolling to the bottom. I had to preload all of these tweets ahead of time so that I could do this scroll. They're coming up on like a month straight of coverage on this topic. I'm not even kidding. Going all the way back to the top, one of the first things we have is kind of funny. It's a deleted tweet thread by Toby Fox where he's talking about Luigi and oddly gasterous terms. Phone rings, unknown callers, you pick it up, heavy breathing interspersed with Yoshi noises. Luigi is erased from all games that ever contained him. If you're familiar at all with device theory, you might be familiar with the color green being somewhat representative of the plane of existence that Gaster supposedly exists on. In Chapter 1, there is a very specific save menu that only appears under certain circumstances where it's green. This same green is the color used for the battle box whenever the soul leaves Chris's body in order to get shit on. The same color green that Spampton Neo's strings are colored out of when he's being strung along by supposedly something on a higher plane of existence. And I'm gonna be honest, it's all like actually pretty exciting stuff that I plan to go down the rabbit hole on my own time eventually, but this video, by the nature of the scope of what I do on this channel, could not possibly be comprehensive. We're here more for the brain rot and like just the degeneracy of it all and how far deep we can participate in it. Before I continue though, let me give you a few resources if you want like a starting point for how we got here. At Morgan's Lily has this, like I said, incredibly long and well done thread that compiles a lot of the information that we have so far. It's gonna take a lot of fucking scrolling though. From what I understand, at Tiny Hater was the person who found a lot of the initial findings, and you're gonna think that I'm lying to you, that I'm making fun of you, but I unironically am recommending, if you want this in video form, you check out Spooky Dude's Deltarune 6-7 theory. In quite possibly the worst fucking thumbnail I've ever had the displeasure of laying my eyes on. God, I wish I had thought of it. The relevance of 6 and 7 in the theory aren't even a gag. Like, it's genuinely relevant. You had a lot of people like me who were not really smart. We don't really have the problem-solving brain to pick up the pieces and put them together into something cohesive. But the idea, the concept of a green Gaster moves us to create. Making YouTube sludge is kind of stretching the definition of the term creation, but we're here. Why is Gaster green? Why does everyone think that now? Tell me what Greenster theory, what is it? This person doesn't even know what the fuck we're talking about, and they're like, fan art anyways. Gaster, why the fuck are you green? I'm green. Shh, it's okay. If Gaster is actually green, then this is fucked up. Specifically bad at being green, if that's the case. I agree, that would be very, very cruel and unusual, punishment-wise. Does anything even change if we find out he's actually green? You have just brain rot terms getting repeated. Green Gaster and copies are monochrome with room in between X, not too unimportant. The level of theory crafting that we're on is so convoluted from the outside in that you have like FNAF heads looking down at us like, come on guys, really? Why is this so ominous, so green? Why is a green icy glitching and then shattering into pieces? Why is this the same word from the Snowden word search? Does that count? Like, does that count as something we can use? Not even FNAF reached the levels of theory psychosis Deltarune is inducing on people. And I feel like it took less for us to fall into that. This is on the level of endoskeleton toe counting. I was not around for that shit, holy fuck. Green Gaster theories do feel like the Gordon G. Godfrey just popping out of nowhere. I need you to understand, there's no real cohesion to this video. We are going to be jumping from bits of evidence to reaction people have to potential new Gaster content, to things that are just dunking on it, because I physically cannot keep myself in line. A lot of people have brought attention to the parallels between Gerson and Gaster, where Alphys took up each of their positions in their respective universes. Afterwards, they both start with G, and if we're assuming Gaster is green, Gerson is explicitly green in front of our eyes. There are crayons in the drawer. Their labels have long since faded, and there's no green! Ralsei, a very unique Darkner who can do things other Darkners can't and has unprecedented knowledge compared to the rest of them about the rules of the universe. That motherfucker is green too! What do you- it can't be nothing! If you look at the reward rank rooms in Chapter 3, it goes red, green, blue. The same way it goes in the Undertale Sans house, where it's red, papyrus, the middle, a green image, and on the right, blue, sans. In the Deltarune 10th anniversary stream, the Gaster door was changed from gray to being the same as one of the doors inside of Sans' house. Like, dude, I'm going insane. I can't fucking do this. This is not good for me or people who are liable to go into psychosis on a normal day. The fucking fan art is wild, though. Green Gaster theory, we already have shit this hard. Like, I guess it's been a few weeks, so it makes sense. It really is shit like this that I think will keep me alive and sucked into this stupid fucking fandom until Chapter 6 comes out. Oh, another detail is that the center room that would correspond with Gaster potentially being the green middle skeleton brother leads to the scary desk room where you have to do the gumball machine bullshit. And I guess the real question is, if Gaster really is green, what the hell does that change? Which somebody else brought that up earlier, and you know, that's a better question than what I was asking at the start. I was more concerned that, wait, when you actually look at the pieces, it lines up a bit. This is pissing me off personally because of how many parallels it seems to connect to. Like, it's the type of shit that I think we're going to be going, oh, smacked on the forehead, no shit, by the time the game is done, or at least after a few chapters have passed. Like, the idea that Gaster isn't monochrome like the Goners are because he's just came like that, but he himself was some form of Goner who got spread across time and space. And then we have like some side tidbits I haven't read up on to connect directly to the plot just yet. I'm sure you've seen this image of the 3 Fun Gang members' rooms connected. The order doesn't work quite as neatly because Ralsei's is upstairs, but you know, magenta, green, blue, left to right, same in how it is on the Delta rune. This one might low-key be schizo posting, I won't lie to you. The item on the first floor that is closest to where each door would be represents the character to who the room belonged to. Like, this pet rock is canonically Sans's. The joke book is red and it lines up with the red door. The green couch will line up with the green picture and the green Gaster. I think my main issue is that if Gaster is green, I have to like ease down on my fanboying of him over a little bit because, you know, we do not fuck with anything the color green here. But it is something you have to consider nonetheless. Also, shout out Phil, who is just like actively trying to see where I was at on like this type of autism. Do you know about green stir? I confirmed, and he's like, okay, good, just checking on the autism. It's like he sees me as like a flower he needs to water to make sure I stay as like fucking deep in the hole as he does. Oh yeah, more Gerson Gaster parallels. His cane is not only green, but it's like that same fucking bioluminescent green that all the device theory and Gaster plane of reality shit kind of makes you think of. That's fucking really close, man. It's not only green in combat though, it is that same shade of like toxic ooze green that's brighter than Gerson himself when he's walking around in the overworld. It's just fucking everywhere, man. I don't know what to do with this. A lot has been made of green's attachment to the concept of freedom in Deltarune, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how concrete all that is. The write-up is definitely in here somewhere, and I'd recommend giving it a scroll and a read yourself if you're interested in it. I think I'm more interested in the soul color green meeting kindness in Undertale. I believe it's one of the 2 returning soul types that have shown up in Deltarune so far. Yellow with Spanton, who has the green strings, and the green soul with Gerson, who has everything we already mentioned. I feel like, oh man, I could go on for ages, but it's so kind of spread out, and actually it's very conveniently lined up here for you to read if you're interested. But the thing is, I didn't do the whole thing before this video because I've long day, and also I feel like the frenetic energy of everything being so just breakneck paced in the way I'm doing it now, it's kind of more fun, and it simulates how I experienced this for the first time, as I imagine at least a few of you are in the audience right now. There's like enough pieces to perk your interest, but if I put them together too cleanly, would you bother to go out there and try to untangle them yourself? I don't know, some of you are more astute and proactive about that sort of thing than I am. Anyways, that's all I got for now, because I gotta get down to doing this in the dirty ways. Also, I'm still working on that Togor video for the main channel. That kwytebox email is in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.